Required effort. This is very important. How much time do we need to prepare and pass this exam successfully? Total time is 140 to 160 or maybe 170 hours. It depends on your academic strength, because some people they have good accounting knowledge. Maybe they recently qualified. Maybe they or they are academically good. They see something and they grab it fast. Okay. So it depends on individual, but on average 150 hours approximately you need to give. Okay. Where this hour goes, 140 hours approximately on topic videos, which I call lecture videos, where I have explained the standards. Then another 40-45 hours are for question videos, where I'm doing the past exam paper questions. They are on the portal. So approximately 80 hours of video content. I mean, 80 hours will go to the video content. Notes you should read. There is no need to go and study 600 pages long study text by BPP or Kaplan or some other source. If you read my notes on IFRS, which are given under each video lecture, that is enough for you. Okay. Practicing, like another 50 hours. You should be doing practice questions almost 50 hours. This is very important, actually. A lot of people, why do they fail? Because they do this one, and they only give 20 hours here because time is not left. Okay. So they are late. So if I ask someone I'm just finishing the lectures. So they are giving, every time, every hour they have, they give it to this part. And then there is 10 days to exam or 1 week to exam, and they are only able to allocate 20 hours to practice. Ultimately, they fail in exam. Because you need to make sure that if you are doing this, it is important. This is even more important. So you cannot compromise on this part. Okay. So anyone who is not giving 50 hours of practicing on their own, I don't have any expectation that they would pass the exam. It's very important. Because when you do practice, not only that you learn, not only that you apply your knowledge, not only that you get confidence, but you also become fast. A lot of people, they come out of exam and they say that I was not able to finish the exam, or time was less. Time was not less, my friend. Time was enough. You were not fast enough. And why were you not fast enough? Because you did not do enough practice. Remember, doing practice makes you faster in doing that thing. Okay. So if you really want to complete exam in 3 hours, you need to do sufficient practice. And practice by keeping a watch with yourself. Okay. A lot of people here, let me tell you one secret, which is not a secret anymore. People, they practice to fail. A lot of people, they practice to fail. They don't practice to pass, they practice to fail. What does that mean? There is a question which you say, oh, today I want to do practice. Yeah, that's very good. I appreciate it. So you open up the book, you pick up a question, and that question is for, let's suppose this question is for 10 marks. Now, you know that in ACCA, you have 1.8 minutes for each question. So you should be doing this question in 18 minutes approximately. Okay. But you are sitting, you are reading the question in a very relaxed frame of mind. You read it once, you read it casually, then you read it second time because you didn't understand the first time. Maybe you just revisit it again, then you started doing it and you are thinking slowly or whatever. You are in a relaxed frame of mind. And what you do the question, but you do this question probably in 28 minutes instead of 18 or 20. You do it in 28 or 30 minutes. Let's call it like this. You should be doing it in 20 minutes. You do it in 30 minutes. Okay. You did not pay attention that I have spent 10 minutes more. Then next day, you do the same thing. Again, a 20-minute question, you are doing it in 30. Next day, again, you do the same thing. So you are actually training your mind to do a 20-minute task in 30 minutes. And you do this practice for 2 months. So for 2 months, you have been telling your mind to go slow. to interpret things slowly, and you are very relaxed, and then on one fine day you go to exam, and now you ask your mind to do this 20-minute question in 20 minutes, and your mind refuses to do so because it was never trained to do so. So what happens that in exam you again start giving 10 minutes extra to every question, and then you say that, you know what, I only could finish three question, the fourth question I could not do, because the fourth question you never practiced to do. You always were spending more time. So when you do practice, always make sure that keep a watch with you. So what will happen that on day one, a 10-minute, a 20-minute question, probably you will do in 30 minutes, but you have a realization that I have taken more time. So next day when you sit, you will do it in 28 minutes. Again, when you will sit, you will do it in 26 minutes because you are conscious about this issue. If you are not conscious, if you are not aware about this issue, you will be spending 30 minutes every time, which you should not be doing. So have a conscious, you know, this time spending, you should be conscious about that. I have to curtail it, I have to cut it down, and probably in after 1 month or after doing 20 questions, you know that I have to read fast, you know that I have to understand and absorb information while reading fast, and you know that I have to be, I don't have to waste time while solving the question. I will do it as fast as possible because I've done practice for that. It is just like that you do practice for marathon and then somebody says go and do the sprint. You can't do it. You are training for marathon. So then you have to do that thing. So practicing is very important. Schedule depends on you. I can only advise two or three things. One thing which I say that don't set daily goals. Don't put yourself under pressure. Don't put yourself under stress. I don't like to take stress. I know DipIFR is very valuable. I have been telling you that it is very valuable. But even if it is very, very valuable, still, I will not compromise with my peace of mind. I will not like to take or put myself under stress for this qualification or even for a bigger than this qualification. First thing is my peace of mind. Don't put your everyday schedule. It is not possible. It is not realistic for working professionals. Many of you people who are doing DipIFR, they are even married. So you've got a family, you've got a work, and you've got a qualification. Three things to manage. Okay? Probably there is a fourth one as well. I don't know, which you know. Anyways, set your weekly goals. Okay, weekly goal is 10 to 12 hours. This is my first advice. Second is 160 to 170 hours you need to do. So 160 to 170 hours divided by 10 to 12 weeks, 10 to 12 hours per week, and you should be finishing it between 4 to 5 months. The very important thing in ACCA or in any other qualification is discipline. Don't disappear for 2 weeks or for 3 weeks. Okay, this is the most important thing. Discipline. You have to create a discipline. Okay, Monday I'm not doing, but Tuesday I will do. So I've got a weekly target. I will finish it in that week. Okay, so weekly workload depends on the exam day. On average 10 to 12 hours. Most people, when I say that I have been doing it for 2007, this is something which you should, how many things have changed? How much you have grown up? What were you doing in 2007? I have been doing the same thing since then. This is 2025 today. It's a very long period. I have given almost half of my life to this thing. So I know what I'm speaking. I know what I'm talking. 4 to 5 months. Most people, they do it in this time. Some people, they cannot manage and they do it in the next attempt, which is right after this attempt. So if you do it in the first attempt or otherwise in the second attempt, you are done. If you are not done in these two attempts, then there is a very little possibility you will do it. I've not seen, because then people get demotivated, they get busy, they have got other things, they've got other priorities. Priorities change, preferences change, conditions change, situations change, then you will not do it. So which means that one attempt take 4 to 5 months. Somehow you could not manage it, so you go to the next attempt, another 4 to 5 months, that's all. So it means 1 year. So 90% of those people who have taken this qualification with me, they are those people who have completed it from within 1 year from day one to day last. Those who have taken time more than this time period, most of them, they have actually left it, and then they start telling themselves an excuse that what happens, even if I don't have degree, at least I learned a lot of knowledge, at least I learned many things. So then they find excuses to satisfy themselves, okay, which is not really good idea.